There was a page and a spinal cord.
What? You fucked him? What? So, who in the world would have killed 3 of your family members and left them there in the house to just fucking rot? We gotta break this shit down, bro. Triple killer accidentally shows police her horrifying secret. This shit is 1 hour and 30. This is a whole movie right here. Come on, let's see if we can break it down. I watched 30 minutes, but I wasn't really paying attention.
With Miss Cassandra.
Officers have just arrived at the getaway motel of 28-year-old Cassandra Douglas. For the last 24 hours, she and her brother have been on the run after 3 of their family members were found dead and burned in the desert.
What the fuck?
99% this is either an animal or a person.
That looks like a human, dude.
And as these local officers prepare to confront the primary suspect of the most important case they've ever worked on, nothing could prepare them for the horrifying discoveries they're about to make.
Calls the police! Anyone inside, make yourself known!
This is a horrible nightmare.
What are we looking at here?
I don't know, you tell me.
This is one of the worst things that I've ever had to be involved with.
All footage is real. Chat, if you're sensitive, click off.
It's a routine Friday afternoon at the Otero County Sheriff's Office when dispatch begins receiving a series of unusual 911 calls from a young man.
Communications.
Hi, good morning. I'm hoping to file a police report, and I might need some assistance doing so.
Okay, and what's your first and last name?
Kane Mays.
Okay, and tell me what's going on.
I've been living abroad for the past 6 years,
Okay.
and I found out that my father died last year shortly after Christmas. I have recently returned home. I'm living in New Mexico again, and I was hoping to return to the family property. Since his passing, tons and tons of family possessions
What's going on? What's going on?
have all gone missing and have either been sold off, lost, or stolen.
Mahuraga.
Reassume
Max.
possession
I would just say
of
Max.
the property, but
Weird name.
there
What
are
does it mean?
people
Bio and
squatting
Robo?
in the house.
Do you know who these people
You want
are?
to know the real meaning?
I do. I could give you first and last names, but not anything much.
Do you want to know the real meaning? You know, like A1? Like, when you're the best, you A1? Yeah, I'm B1. You know what I'm saying? And then robot. That's it. It's real basic. Anyways, let's see what the fuck this guy's talking about. My father died last
Watch out.
Christmas.
Kane goes on to clarify that the squatters inside his deceased father's property are actually family members, mainly his Uncle Victor, who allegedly took over the property and is living there with Kane's grandmother and his stepbrother. He also seemingly claims that his Uncle Victor has sold off valuable assets, including firearms and expensive jewelry belonging to his father. The dispatcher logs the information Kane provides and passes it along for legal follow-up. However, not long after this first contact, on a Monday morning in January 2025, Kane calls again. But this time, it's for something strangely different.
Dispatch.
Hi there. I was calling because I'm wondering what would it take for me to request a wellness check on somebody?
A welfare check on...
My grandmother, Mary Mauser.
Okay. The sergeant is aware.
What is your
you are
content?
on an emergency.
What is my content? Anything that the mind wants. Games, YouTube, fucking mukbang, working, gym, fighting, IRL. So it depends on mood, I see. Just depends on what I'm feeling, to be honest, yeah. Today I'm feeling like a detective, hell yeah.
Emergency call right now. As soon as they're done, you will head up there to do a
Shouts out Dr. Insanity, man. Big dog right here. Let me already like it. I think this is a new video. Yeah, 3 hours ago.
welfare check.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, miss.
You're welcome.
A couple of hours after Kane requests a welfare check for his grandmother Mary, he calls police again for the 3rd time to share new updates.
To La Rosa Communications, you're on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Kane. I called earlier regarding wellness.
So, Sergeant Nordquist is going to give you a call back.
They have not responded there yet because they've been tied up with a warrant service where the person doesn't want to.
Why do you stream, for career or fun? For fun, but you know, I'd love it for it to be a career. You know, who wouldn't want to have it as a career? Just streaming what I want to stream and having it as a living. Come on now, who the fuck wouldn't want to do that? But for now, it's just fun.
Come out.
No, that's okay. We stopped by on our way down and everything is locked up tight. That's why I was returning your call, because you said if we can, that I should call you back.
All right.
And like if there's
Oh, so he's calling to get the welfare check. The cops are busy dealing with an emergency. So he goes down and does the welfare check himself. Keep in mind, welfare check. This guy's truly the murderer. We're looking at, this is the murderer's face, chat. This guy killed people. Alright? Anyways, this is the killer. This is the murderer right here. Alright? Y'all keep this face. Look at this innocent face. Ah, hell no.
they're tied up with an emergency,
Yes, sir.
we got to worry about the officers and make sure
Yes.
that they're still.
Thank you so much for understanding.
need to
I
get
will.
back.
Okay, I will let the sergeant know then.
Following this latest call from Kane, the welfare check is officially canceled, and officers are no longer dispatched to the property. At this point, the dispatcher.
Maybe that's when he killed them. Maybe he went down, did the welfare check by himself, and that's when he killed them. Yeah, he killed all three of them? Damn!
Has no reason to suspect anything other
What
than
kind of
some
games are
kind
you
of
into?
family dispute. And the situation.
I play. Here's my Steam library. Most played: GTA 300 hours, Call of Duty 121, Apex. Damn, I haven't played Apex in like more than a year. We have 41 hours on that bitch. Mortal Kombat, Lethal Company, Old Republic. I used to play this game fried out of my mind. There's no clips of it anywhere. I'm so glad. But I used to stream this bitch and be fried. I think I slept on stream one time. Just fucking 3 in the morning, fried as fuck playing this shit. Subnautica's pretty good game. Sex with Hitler 2? That's the game? What? I'm not gonna search it up. I'm just gonna believe you. This game is no way I have 12 hours on it, bro. I played it like one day. Shit fell off within a week. Skyrim, I want to get back to playing Skyrim. I got Ark, Sims, Battlefront 2. A bunch of like free games too. Fallout 4, I need to play it. I have so many games that I need to play, you know? Fucking even Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, I want to play it, bro. Don't look it up. Yeah. I think you don't have to tell me not to look it up. Skyrim Vanilla. I want to just play the full game at first. Let's get into this murder.
Appears to have resolved itself.
We're only
for
4
now.
minutes in.
In reality, something far more calculated is already in motion, and the family involved will soon be implicated in a scheme that will lead detectives down one of the most twisted murder plots they've ever handled. That same Monday, a few hours after Kane's 911 calls, a man arrives at the police station in the afternoon with an oddly timed request.
Let's watch that bitch in 4K.
Hello, sir. Hey, how you doing? Doing well. Sergeant Norquist.
Mike Blitz.
Mike, it's nice to meet you. How can I help you today?
Okay, well, my brother-in-law helps us take care of my mother-in-law.
Okay.
And he normally is very conscientious about showing up when he says he's gonna show up and everything.
Yeah.
And we had this, we schedule him, we've been taking care of my mother-in-law for 7 years.
Okay.
And she's 93 years old. So anyway, we normally communicate quite a bit during the week and stuff,
So, are you wanting to check on him or your mother-in-law?
No, on him.
He lives on No Gal.
Yes,
And somebody had called earlier. We were out busy, but someone had called in for a welfare check, but they canceled us prior to us getting up there because they said whoever it was, and I can go look and find the name, that said that house was locked up tight and that nobody was up there.
The person Sergeant Nordquist is referring to is Mike's nephew-in-law, Kane Mays. And
Oh,
it appears
shit.
that both Mike and Kane are concerned about family members. Though the family dynamics are
What are your
becoming
plans for your
tricky to
streaming
keep up
career?
with for the Sergeant, Mike is about to make
Just have
one
fun
thing
with it.
about Kane crystal clear.
Do you know what Kane Mays?
Yeah, I do know. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so what's the problem there?
Okay, well, I think he's trying to keep us from going over the look. The house is owned by his father. Yeah, well, the owner of the house, okay, was Frank Beret, and he's deceased.
Frank is deceased.
Yeah, Victor, his brother.
As long as I enjoy doing this, I'm not considering it a career.
Was living with him along with Kane's grandmother and his stepbrother, Killian.
As Mike continues explaining the complex family dynamics to the Sergeant, one thing becomes clear. 3 people are missing, all close relatives of Mike and Kane. But before Mike leaves, there's something serious he needs to warn the Sergeant about.
I'm gonna get one of my deputies and we're gonna go out to the address and see what we can see. See if we can find some.
Okay, let me give you some heads up. His dad had a lot of guns, Frank, before he died, and he taught Kane how to shoot. And when Kane came the other day, I didn't finish my story. When I pulled up there, okay, and I hollered out the window for Vic because the gate was closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep
And
up the
then
fun, that's the
person
goal, I know.
comes to where I
But
can
you
see
should
like the
have
smoke
to
show, right?
be strategic about it, bro.
And I go, hey,
See it
Vic,
from the business point of view.
Vic. And he goes, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
me,
know, bro.
Kane. When he walks down to me, he's packed. He's armed. And I says, well, have you seen Victor? He says, no, nobody's up here.
Okay.
So I think if I were you, I would look through more than 2 guys. Because I think he knows how to shoot. And I don't know if there were any like rifles and stuff like that where he could be, But anyway, so I had his phone number. But then after I had his phone number,
Best currency you can spend on it is time,
your
man.
grandmother's missing, your uncle's missing.
That's another thing. I gotta spend time
And this is what he's talking
improving
about.
everything that I do.
He's a pathological liar. I think he's up to no good. I really do. You guys got to be really careful.
He said he just got off the line with Sergeant Nordquist or North. He never called us. Because we never contacted him.
It's becoming clear to the Sergeant that something is off. Sensing this won't be a routine welfare check, Sergeant Nordquist takes note of
Something's
Mike's
off!
concerns and prepares to head out to the house. What makes this case so unique isn't just the crime scene officers will soon walk into, but the way police have to piece it together, using advanced forensics and strategic elicitation to cut through the lies. And as the investigation unfolds, this will prove to be one of the most resource-intensive cases for everyone involved, with constant pressure, long hours, and difficult decisions at every step. Many of us deal with our own pressures and emotional struggle.
I know, so do I.
Never really have a difference. Therapist, huge.
I know, I
Over
need one
si-
too.
Click the link off your first.
I got you.
Approximately an hour after talking to Mike, Sergeant Nordquist and a group of officers head to the property to conduct a welfare check. Based on Mike's previous concerns, officers approach the
Somebody
house
ban that
cautiously
motherfucker in
case
chat.
they encounter Kane.
I got open door.
Sheriff's office! Sheriff's office, if you're in here, make yourself known!
Not you. Not your content. Just game of patience. I'm all over. I'm on every platform. You know, I see growth slowly, and I'm fine with it. You know, the more I do different shit, the more ideas I get, the more I post everywhere else. You know, see, it is a game of patience at the end of the day. More than it is luck. Just consistency and patience, and improvement. There you go. Then the luck comes in.
Sheriff's office!
Stay here with Sarge. Stay here with Sarge.
This house looks like shit. Holy damn. Is that a piano? Yo, this house looks like ass though. Why clean up?
Sheriff's office!
Stay here with Sarge. Stay here with Sarge.
No progress is better than no progress. Preach, brother, preach.
Reach.
Nobody in this bitch. Damn, it's a mess.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything's stacked and piled.
Yeah.
Nobody's home.
Locked on this? Yeah. Literally, when I went like that, I was like, the door just kept going. I was like,
Puzzled by the home's disarray, officers leave after confirming no one is
The
inside.
door just opened?
With boxes stacked throughout the home and both of Victor's cars, the blue and green Subarus missing, officers assume the family may have moved out. In reality, the clutter wasn't accidental. It was intentionally staged to conceal evidence of foul play. And
Damn, boy. I say the same strategy, consistency, patience, and then luck. Exactly. That means that's the steps. You can't just depend on luck from the start. If you stay consistent and stay patient, then the luck will come in by itself. Most people disagree with it. Then they say we create our own luck. That's like going viral for like, one thing. That's how people go viral for like one thing, and then they slowly die off next week. That's what happens. Or for that one thing they get a little audience. That's just them building still slowly.
it has done exactly that. None of that is apparent now, so Sergeant Nordquist calls Mike on the phone to
So the
update
cops
him on the
are
situation. This is where the two men will
stupid right
slowly
now.
start to pick up on just how sketchy this whole ordeal is.
Hello, sir. So we went up to that address. So we cleared the residence. There was nobody inside. There's no vehicles matching the descriptions of the Subarus you gave on the property. But there was no signs of a struggle, no signs of any foul play that we could determine. There were some boxes that appeared to be like being packed up, but other than that, that's all we got.
The thing is, all three people are missing that were staying there at the house.
Yeah, and then
But
they
definitely
disappear.
the king.
Exactly.
Is the kicker that he's the one that did all that. He called, got your name, and then he was able to send me that text saying that he spoke to you.
Yeah.
And then he called back later and canceled the deal, right?
Yes, sir. And on the face of it, it looks super sketchy, but there was no indication that we could see of any foul play or
A struggle or anything.
struggle. Yes, sir.
As the sergeant tries to reassure Mike, even he begins to wonder if the scene is hiding more than it appears. A few hours later that afternoon, Nordquist returns to the station and calls Kane, trying to understand why he canceled the welfare check and why, most strangely, no one was inside the house.
Hi, this is Sergeant Holquist at the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, I mean, he said he went up there and the house was barricaded off. Like it was, whatever he said, it was locked up tight. And then he canceled the welfare check. So you pull up to the crib, you see, oh, they got the house barricaded. Oh, nah, they're good. We don't need police here. He's the killer.
Is this
Come
Mr.
on,
Mace?
get on him. Get the warrant.
The reason why I'm calling is in regards. Earlier this morning, you had contacted our office to do a welfare check on a family member.
That's correct.
Who is that family member to you?
It's my grandmother.
Your grandmother? Who lives up there with your grandmother at the 121 No-Go?
That would be
Oh shit, I got the same monitor.
an uncle of mine and my brother.
Do you have any information on them?
Damn, you
attempting to
killed them
move
all.
anywhere?
I was told that my brother
He looks like fucking 12 years old.
and my grandmother are planning to move soon.
So the reason why I'm calling is we went up to that address because Mr. Bleddy stopped by.
Yeah, he was the one who recommended that we give you guys a call. He seemed pretty upset. He was looking for Vic.
So we went inside the residence to make sure that nobody was hurt or injured. Nothing was broken into. We didn't see any signs of struggle or any signs
Yo,
of
Robo,
foul
you broke?
play. Did you
Am I
text
broke?
Mr. Bleddy at all today?
Who broke? Broke? Who broke? Nobody broke. You gonna call me broke? I guess you're asking. Define broke. Like I can pay for everything that I want to pay for. Need to pay for. Wouldn't say I'm like no income. I make money. Why you asking, huh? Federal questions. I ain't broke. Nah, but we working.
We stopped by, and I had given you guys a call, and everything was okay.
Well, who told you that everything was okay?
Dispatch coordinator, I don't remember her name.
Because the information.
There's investment and then there's spending. There's no investment. There's debt and then there's bills. That's, I guess you could say I'm broke.
That I got was that you called back and said you went up there and everything was okay.
Correct.
Now, what was in that text message to Mr. Bloody? That's what I'm confused with.
I let him know that I had tried to call you, and the dispatch officer said that you were tied up with, what sounded like a pretty hostile situation.
The way the text message reads was that you had made contact with me, and I know for sure, you know for sure that didn't happen. So that way it looked kind of weird.
Naturally, Nordquist doesn't know what to make of Kane's message to Mike, in which he seems to falsely claim to have spoken with the sergeant. Suspecting Kane is hiding something, Nordquist ends the call and immediately requests a search warrant for a second search of the house. While they wait for the warrant to be processed, all police can do now is hope the missing trio turns up safe. A hope that is far removed from the gruesome reality awaiting them just a few hours from now.
Damn! An hour until they find the bodies.
Early on a Wednesday morning that week, around
Damn, and the house is secluded than a bitch. Yeah, this is a murder house. But there's a house right here too, you know? You got some neighbors. It's still a secluded ass house.
10 a.m., something strange happens.
This is where murders
200
happen.
yards from the house where the
What
trio
the fuck?
vanished. A passerby takes notice and calls 911.
911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, I'm phoning about there's a fire off into the mounds area. I called before about 2 minutes ago. So
we drove down the road to see if we could get a better view of the
There's
fire.
a fire?
To get you guys out.
Okay. Well, we have already toned out the fire department, so we will get units headed that way to see if they can locate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sit at the top of that road for a second. They'll be able to see it.
We'll let them know.
Shortly after the call, 2 deputies are dispatched to investigate the fire. Once they arrive at the reported location, one of them spots something disturbing in the distance. A burned, flipped-over vehicle matching one of Victor's missing cars.
We got tire tracks towards the direction I walked. Just follow the path.
How did he flip the car? Okay. He's a little scrawny little motherfucker, alright? We know that. Even if he had his sister or whatever, the lady that comes in later on in the video. Because it is 2 suspects. Those 2 are not flipping a sedan. So how are they flipping an SUV? What the fuck kind of adrenaline dump did they have?
I got the vehicle. It's smoking. I got a couple sets of shoe impressions, tire tracks, all that. 99% sure there was a cage and a spinal cord in this vehicle. Given the circumstances,
oh my god.
Look right in here. That looks like a human, dude.
I would do that shit because just like
these things burn hot.
Yeah.
He do what? A triple murder? I gotta see if I can put the Discord link. It will slowly come back. Slowly.
As officers look inside the car, they can see what appears to be the burned remains of 3 people, too badly damaged by the fire to identify them at the scene. Suspecting a homicide, they call in Sergeant Nordquist.
Like, look at the car. How did they flip it like that? It's fully flipped. Nah, it might have been on its side and like they started the fire from like this side, from the other side. Is that your cat on your Discord profile? I don't think so. Oh shit, don't look at this. No, that's not my cat, bro. That's not my cat. L Grinder? You tripping?
And it wouldn't take long for him to connect the dots.
You need
This might
a
be,
bot
this might be a Subaru that's
for
it's
it to
a
do that.
vehicle that they haven't accounted for yet.
For it to do what? Need a bot for it to do what? Ah, appreciate it, follow, Max. Welcome to the family, big dog. That pig bro's fire.
Look right here.
Oh, for sure.
You see it?
Find the license plate or something.
I couldn't look it in here. Just given the circumstances, this actually might be one of the missing people.
What's that right there?
I was looking at that too.
Oh, yeah.
That's a skull cap right there.
Yep.
It's by one of our missing people with the missing vehicle.
From up here?
Holy shit.
From up here?
Yeah, I guess Brad, he suspects some guy named Kane killed most of his relatives that live here. And this vehicle, I think, is a Subaru.
God
Looks
damn.
like
He suspects he killed most of my family. God damn. Hold on, chat. I gotta put this in the sync. Chat. Last month, across all platforms, we did 3 million views. Round of applause to yourselves too. Anyway, let's catch Kane.
It's really fresh, dude. There's more over here.
he had to have put it out himself, because it would have caught this whole place on fire.
What officers are beginning to suspect is horrifying. Not only do the burned remains likely belong to the 3 missing individuals, but given how recent the fire is, the person responsible may have burned the bodies just hours ago and could still be within reach of police. So, once the scene is secured and the bodies are sent for autopsy, a nationwide BOLO is issued for Kane Mays. Although police now believe they know what happened and who's responsible, they have no idea just how far beyond Kane this plot goes. There are more players involved, more targets, and a multi-state homicide case that will exhaust every resource police have.
You gotta find him.
It was nice meeting you. See you soon, mate. Lunchtime is over for me. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Max.
He was so aggressive. I thought we were
Enjoy your lunch.
I thought he was gonna shoot us on the property.
More than 24 hours after the fire, officers remain unable to find or contact Kane, raising concerns that he may be on the run. But this is when the initial autopsy results come in, confirming what officers had feared all along. The burned victims are Kane's close relatives. His uncle, Victor Perea, his grandmother, Mary Mouser, and his stepbrother, Killian Mays. Beyond confirming their identities, the autopsy offers little actionable insight.
Frankie?
At least one victim had a confirmed gunshot wound to the head,
Grinding
but
every
the
day.
other remains were too severely burned to identify all injuries. Investigators surmise that the victims were likely incapacitated well before the fire was set.
Most
Following
likely.
these horrific findings,
If they weren't, then, you know, the bodies would be fucking run, like, far from the car, you know? He would have to lock them in the car for sure. Or just and then leave them in the car and flip it over like that. Shit.
they begin digging deeper into their main suspect's background. It turns out Kane Mays had been living in Canada and working as an engineer until just a few months earlier, and had several documented domestic incidents involving his wife. Hoping she may know where her husband is, officers reach out to Kane's wife on the phone, where they'll find out she might know far more than that.
Hello, my name's Justin Mitchell. I'm a detective with the Otero County Sheriff's Office in New Mexico. Are you Samantha?
Yes, I am. I had a feeling I might receive a call from you at some point since I did give you guys a call.
Yes, ma'am. You want to tell me from the
My name is
beginning,
Robo.
like how you met
Brother
him
will
and
probably pass
your
you out.
relationship with him?
Yeah, he's a fucking 12-year-old.
Because I thought he was
What? Of course the 12-year-old would pass my hours in streaming. My name is Robo on my L streaming.
messing with me, like I'd mentioned. So I'm also filing a case against him right now, but because it's Canadian and now he's in America, who knows if that's gonna. But he was physically violent with me, and I have evidence of it. Yeah, we just met playing video games online, and we started an online relationship. And for a few years, it was just basically we would talk. And then one day, he calls me up and he says that his father disowned him, and he needs to move here right away. He'd always been verbally towards me, and just in general, he had a weird attitude towards things. Eventually we moved out. Brace yourself for this one, because I feel that I didn't come forward. Told people that he
You should do movies edits.
I'm gonna be honest
He
with you.
looked 14.
Like, we both had an alcohol
Yeah, he's
problem,
fucking.
I never drank before I met.
He's fucking huge. My brother's already like taller than me. I'm 6 foot. So he's gonna be like at my age, he's gonna be like 6'4". God damn, buddy. He took all the fucking genes away from me. Oh, fucking bitch. He should do movie edits. Yeah, no, I've been telling him do more movie edits, stuff like that, but he sticks to the, the anime edits. It does him good.
Him, and he definitely like pushed that on me, and he pressured me to drink a lot. Like there was always a pressure. He wanted me to do it. He just did start hitting me. He did start getting violent with me. Probably should be dead twice.
Samantha's statements are nothing short of horrifying. But even worse, she would share a terrifying recording with detectives, captured during one of the numerous domestic incidents involving Kane.
You just let me go.
And I do every time. When you ask, I let you go. I don't hold you down.
Please stop.
Is this your neck?
What the fuck?
The rest of this recording.
What is he turning himself on to fucking abuse? What the fuck was that? L's in the fucking chat for Brody. Nah, you're not even no Brody. L's in the chat for that bitch. What the fuck? Is this your neck?
Is too disturbing to play on YouTube. But
Hell no,
clearly
yeah, please don't
documents
play
an
it.
alleged serious domestic violence incident involving Kane.
I don't wanna hear that
Investigators
shit.
now know they must act quickly, as
from music
more
into
people,
that, that's why it
including
does well.
Samantha, could be in immediate danger.
The edit has to be all around good, The music has to go with the fucking what I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I have to feel something when I'm watching an edit. That's how you get good edits. When you're looking at your phone, you go, that's a good edit.
Later that day, after securing approval for the earlier search warrant, police return to the victim's house, but this time, they bring specialized chemicals called Blue Star, used to hunt for hidden blood, bullets, and evidence that may have been cleaned up. And what they're about to uncover would reveal just how many crucial clues officers had missed during the initial search.
Damn.
Inside the kitchen, detectives spot one of 3 spent .22 caliber shell casings, along with a live .22 round. Using Blue Star, they also detect high-velocity blood spatter throughout the home. As the search continues,
He ain't even clean up
investigators notice
properly.
clear attempts to clean up the scene, and given the precision and speed with which the bodies were disposed of, they begin to suspect a grim possibility. This was not the work of a single perpetrator. But then officers find
Again, you gotta remember he's 12, so he's not editing what's popular. He's editing what he's watching. You know what I mean? He's editing what he's into. So he's finding like his own audience. You know what I mean?
something very strange. Condoms and pregnancy tests stored with cleaning supplies near the well house and septic area. Following these disturbing findings, police would continue searching the property and contacting Kane's relatives, worried he may already be
Trash-ass
far away,
killer.
possibly on his way back to Canada. A few days later, as detectives continue searching for leads on Kane, they decide to pay Mike and his wife, Lourdes Blett, a visit. Just like Kane, Lourdes also has personal ties to all three victims. Victor Peria was her brother, Killian Mays was her grandnephew, and Mary Mouser was her brother's partner. But before investigators can hope to learn anything about Kane's whereabouts or possible accomplices, they must first deliver the tragic news to the couple.
Yeah. Got a nice name.
It's crazy that there's so many white people do the killings in the States. Yeah, when white people kill, it's like this type of shit. You fucking kill your three relatives and burn their body 200 yards away from their own house. What? If it was a black guy, it'd be a shooting outside the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? You run away on the spot, or like a high-speed chase. White people do weird-ass shit. Anyway.
How are you? Detective, how are you? What's your first name? Bobby. Hi. This is Ashley.
Ashley, I'm
Do you mind if I sit down? Well, I would like to give you guys a little bit of information. As I told you yesterday, do want to let you know that there was a vehicle fire that was...
There's so much history on killers like this. That's what I'm saying. There's so much, like, I'm so glad most of these motherfuckers get caught. Imagine the ones that don't get caught. Their story never gets told like this. Shit.
Was in close
Anyways,
proximity to the
this
house.
is gonna be sad.
There were 3 subjects that were not able to be identified
Dexter
that were
would fuck
inside
him
of that
up.
vehicle. I cannot tell you who those subjects are.
On the property? In the Subaru? Or that?
I can't tell you what vehicle it was for sure right now. Again,
So you
I
already know there are 3
cannot.
people?
I can't.
But you
tell
know
you
there's
who
3
they are.
people?
Yes.
Come on, she can put the pieces together.
I'm really sorry that
Just tell her.
I even have to share this information with you.
This is a horrible nightmare. I mean, it's horrendous.
I agree with you
It's
100%.
murder.
This is
no.
one of the worst things that I've ever had to be involved with.
Upon hearing the news, Lourdes is beyond devastated. What makes the situation even scarier is that she fears whoever is responsible may not be done yet.
He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath. Kane, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to drop him in the doodle, but he's crazy. You gotta find him. We're afraid of him. He hasn't even asked how my mother is, and that's his blood grandmother.
We're working.
Oh my God, how can this be? Michael, how can it be?
There's a season 2 for Dexter. She got renewed. I never watched Dexter. That new show of Dexter. I've never watched Dexter. Right now, I'm waiting on The Boys next week. We got Invincible going on. We got Daredevil Reborn. Come on.
We hoped for better, but
No, it's not even imagination.
We are working on so many different leads right now
In my
and trying
work-
to
in my-
connect
just
everybody.
catch him. So everybody will be safe because he's crazy.
In my worst imagination, I thought I didn't know how to tell you guys this, but I was gonna say, can you look for the infrared and see if there's
Welcome
any
to
graves
Derry
on
is
the
gonna be
property?
peak. I saw something. I saw some shit about Welcome to Derry. Shit is gonna come out next year. What is that? What is that? I've heard that before. What is that? Oh, this. Yeah. Yeah, the show. Yeah. I know this. I've seen some clips of it and shit.
That's what I was gonna tell y'all.
If it's gonna be good, shit, I'll watch it.
You know how they can tell
That's what's
something
been
had
sitting
been
with
burned,
you.
and this has got to be the worst crime
This
of the
is-
year in New
this is
Mexico. I
part
mean,
of-
I haven't heard anything this horrendous on the news lately.
Yet.
Indeed, this kind of killing doesn't happen every day. But investigators are about to hear another person of interest from the couple. Someone who may know more about where Kane is.
So in our job, you will hear law enforcement say a lot. You know, it's what you know and what you can prove. And right now, we're working on collecting the information so we can prove what we believe we know.
Yeah, see, the thing is, we don't know what he did all those years. Wherever he was, what did he do? Who did he know?
And
What
we're
was his?
also working on.
We have no idea.
I would even be worried about his sister, Beck and Ross, so-called
Yeah, that's-
stepsister, you know? When that one text he sent me about working with the, over in Roswell or whatever he said.
Yeah, he was saying something
Something
about
like-
helping out his sister with her crazy ex.
Crazy ex, yeah.
Something like that you had shown me,
Yes, I
right?
think it was a relationship. I kind of remember that.
Crazy
He
ex.
wasn't with that guy anymore because of that.
Was
Like
that?
I was supposed to feel sorry for her. When they first were like chit-chatting and everything.
Oh, in the
like,
conversation.
"Yeah,
Okay. She's talking about
Yeah, I
Thanksgiving
think
Day
that
call.
they said something about that.
Mike would go on to identify the woman in question as 28-year-old Cassandra Douglas, Kane's half-sister. And based on his concerns and the evidence from the home search suggesting at least 2 people were likely involved in the cover-up, detectives begin to wonder if Cassandra is the next key piece to the puzzle. So with this new lead,
hell yeah she is, get her ass!
Investigators shift their focus to Cassandra and her potential connections to the homicide.
Alright, let's get this bitch.
Coincidentally, as investigators prepare to call Cassandra the next day, she reaches out to them instead, with a very peculiar 911 call.
Hi, is there any way that you would mind putting in a welfare check on my brother, Kane?
Again?
What's the address? He told me that he was going to 680 Cox Canyon.
Yo, we taking advantage of these welfare checks, brody. You taking advantage of these fucking welfare checks, bro. You can't just be calling the police. Yo, can I get a welfare check? Blah, 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 blah. Every fucking day. What? While you're the murderer!
To Mexico?
680 Cox Canyon?
Yes, ma'am. He was supposed to meet up with our uncle.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with the dispatcher?
0 Cox Canyon?
What the fuck?
Yes, ma'am. He was supposed to meet up with our uncle and told me that if he didn't come back last night, and definitely if he didn't come back in the morning, that I needed to call you guys. He's been part of a missing persons thing, and Mike has been acting very aggressive and hostile towards us.
Not only is Cassandra claiming her brother Kane is also missing, but she's suggesting that
I was just about to say that
her uncle Mike might have something to do with it. Once investigators catch wind of this 911 call, they
Don't put Mike into this! What the fuck Mike gotta do with this? Man, don't put Mike into this, you fucking bitch!
might have something to do with it. Once investigators catch wind
Mike
of this
is innocent!
911 call, they immediately sense something is off. The timing is highly suspicious, almost as if it's part of a plan to deflect suspicion away from Kane. So later that day, officers are sent to her address with one goal in mind: assess the situation and determine whether her claims hold any weight or if it's just an attempt to mislead the investigation.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Are you Candace?
No, Candace is across the street.
Okay, are you Cassandra?
I am.
Okay. So my name's Ryan Poston Reader.
Hi.
I'm a detective with the Ruidoso Police Department.
Hello.
Do you have a second to talk to me?
What's up?
So did you make a 911 call for a welfare check?
What happened to cops like this? Cops like this are still here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
that
still
was
here.
You that made that call.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you heard from Kane?
I have not.
No, you still haven't heard from him?
I have not.
How do you know Kane?
He's my brother.
It's your
Or
brother.
my half-brother.
And when was the last time you heard from him?
He was supposed to go up to meet with Mike, I think on the 21st. He told me that if he didn't show up by the morning of the 22nd, that I needed to file a missing persons report because I already have 3 family
We
members
literally
missing.
see all the
Killian
bad
and
ones. Because that's the ones that get highlighted. Come on, man. You're not watching the good cops. Good cops is out there. Just the other day, a good cop pulled me over. Started joking with me. He said, yo, you got a bazooka in the car. Said, this guy here. Funny ass dude. I said no. I should have said it's at home. But I think I would have gone to jail. It's alright. He was a good one. Let me off with a
Harry
warning.
were supposed to go up to Albuquerque. I haven't seen those 2 alive since 11/23. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Officers have no clue at this point, but Cassandra isn't alone. Right this moment, their prime suspect, Kane Mays, is hiding inside the house.
What? I'm finna go piss. I'm back. Watching a movie and 2 Unk that is streaming right now.
They're standing in front of.
Sorry, we're also
2 Unks? Who else is streaming? Is Gucci live? Oh, Gucci's not live. Aww. Jinxie's live. You don't know him, but he used to be in FaZe. Shit, at this point, I used to be in FaZe, bruh. You ain't got no proof.
Having issues with a psychotic ex of mine. So
Oh, jeez. You're going through a lot right now.
a little bit. And then with Kane going missing and Mike presumably having like over half of his guns. It's a really, really long story.
Okay.
And not one that I'm 100%
She about to start giving
familiar with
excuses.
because Kane just came back into my life September of last year.
She about to start giving fucking
So, like,
excuses.
I wish I had all my facts straight. but
I completely understand.
Yeah,
No big
I
deal.
wish I had all my excuses
How did
straight.
they come into your life?
through Kane.
Okay. So Kane comes into your life, and then now you meet Mary and Killian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then now all of them are missing.
Mm-hmm.
And have you talked? Did you ever have direct contact with Mike?
I never had direct contact with Mike, no. I just heard him screaming from the hill both times.
As she did earlier, Cassandra doubles down on her accusations, suggesting that officers should focus on Mike, implying he may be involved in the disappearances. Officers take note of her statements and ask her to give them a call if Kane shows up again. Their goal remains unclear, but now that they have a story, they can start verifying.
Yeah, please.
So a few hours later, as police continue
That
looking
lying
for Kane,
bitch.
an officer decides to stop by the neighborhood again and speak with Cassandra's neighbors to see if they've heard or seen anything. According to them, Cassandra hasn't been living alone. A man with long dark hair has been staying with her for the past few months. Additionally, witnesses
The Gabby case is by far the worst that ever dropped with the Jeffrey shit. What's the Gabby case? There are too many cases? What, like lawsuits? That type of case? Or like CSGO case? Jeffrey shit? Who's Gabby? I've seen a lot of shit about Jeffrey, but every time you watch something else, it's like something new. God damn.
report seeing the same man driving Victor's missing green Subaru, and that it was also seen parked outside Cassandra's residence multiple times. Realizing the description of the man matches Kane, officers return to the station to dig deeper into Cassandra's earlier claims, where they will very quickly uncover some major contradictions. Even though Cassandra insisted she had only recently met Kane, investigators discover an older Facebook photo of the two together, proof they've known each other for years. But
why we
that's
gotta
just
lie
the
like
first
that?
lie, because officers who were out looking for Kane also recover surveillance footage from a nearby Walmart, showing Kane and Cassandra shopping together alongside her sons and daughter. Besides buying groceries and food, investigators spot cleaning supplies like bleach and vinegar, along with multiple
Damn! But if I'm the cashier, what are we cleaning up a murder? Just to see their reaction. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like big bottles too. Holy shit. Any normal person would buy one. And one. What the fuck are these?
bottles of kerosene, items that closely align with what would be needed to clean up a violent crime and start a fire. At this point, investigators are unsure.
Man, we never watched Breaking Bad. You buy all the stuff at different stores. You don't buy everything you need in one store. Do we learn nothing? What the fuck are we doing?
If Cassandra is actively hiding a wanted fugitive, or if she's being controlled and forced to cooperate with someone who has already killed 3 members of her own family.
There's too many. It was that girl that did YouTube with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend killed her. It was on Netflix. What the fuck? I gotta see what the fuck that's about.
With suspicion mounting, detectives obtain a search warrant for Cassandra's house. Then, around 8 p.m. that night, a group of officers return to the property, taking up positions outside the house as they prepare to raid it.
Occupants of 7 Morningside. This is the Roswell Police Department. Exit the front door with your hands up. Do it now.
This was kind of like the situation trying to cover up the killer. I'll check out what the fuck that is, the Gabby case after.
You got a shield? Yep. Roswell
Damn, they brought YNs or they brought police?
Police search warrant. I guess we're just going to boot this thing.
Is it mic quality? No, we're watching at 4K, bro. It's just the body cam quality.
Almost. One more.
One more. Yeah, come on.
Rosa, police! Anyone inside, make yourself known! Alright, we're gonna pull in.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
take left.
This could be the scariest shit. Fucking busting through a house. You don't know who the fuck is in there. Let's see.
Smart room. Got another door here.
Ready?
Yep.
They ain't moving like the
I got a
cartel.
hallway with looks like the refrigerator kitchen.
Three on me. And Cassandra Jolly's the one that lives here, huh?
Hey, chat. If your bitch got this on the wall, leave her. Leave her. Leave her. Leave her now. Leave her now. If your bitch got this on her wall, leave her now. Please. Listen to me. This is unacceptable.
And Cassandra Jolly's the one that lives here, huh? Look, they got some La Muerte stuff right here. Santa Muerte. There's a... See that?
Where are they hiding?
Ready?
Oh shit.
This
Something
is where
weird.
he's been hanging out because there's that monitor for the camera that's in the window.
What if this guy's on
But
a
I don't know
fucking
if it
terrorist
works or
watch?
not. Did you remember what those cigarette packs were?
I had a Marlboro and then I had a. Yeah, I saw that one in the closet.
Another one. Your big cans are all over this room. Your Red Bull can.
Inside, something about the house immediately feels off to the officers as they observe unusual posters, graffiti, and other unsettling details
What the fuck? Where is this?
scattered throughout.
What room of the house is this? The whole... What the fuck?
They then make their way into the bathroom, where one officer recalls hearing that something might be hidden underneath the house.
I heard about a hidden door.
No, we
I'm sure this will give surprise.
Like under all this?
That's what he said. The neighbor across the street said that he used to live here, and then there's a door underneath the washer and dryer. At least it's the basement.
There's a door underneath the washer and dryer.
Is there a secret exit or something here?
There's a couple windows. What do they go to?
Do you?
They're filled in.
They look up there already or no?
Ready?
How do you put a door under the washer and dryer? Let's see. Oh, there is a door. What the fuck?
No dust on it.
Oh, that'll fit.
That.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's too new. Really baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no dust anyway. They look like they put that bitch in there yesterday.
Got a water leak though.
Got a water leak?
It's kind of weird to have a door right there too, huh?
At the center of the basement sits a plastic storage tote, toolbox, duffel bags, and other various items, Officers notice there's no dust on the items, and whoever left them behind was in a hurry, possibly trying to leave unnoticed. Beyond the basement, police would go on to find something highly suspicious: documents belonging to one of the victims, alongside paperwork linked to Kane's father and live .22 caliber ammunition. Following these discoveries, investigators secure the scene and begin working to obtain a real-time location warrant for Cassandra's phone. With their suspicions growing that Cassandra fled with Kane, officers know they need to locate them quickly before they vanish, potentially escaping to Canada.
They're all the way in New
12
Mexico.
hours later, investigators strike
They're all the way in New Mexico. What the fuck? They're gonna go all the way to Canada?
gold. The warrant for Cassandra's phone is successfully approved, and in a major development, Verizon pings Cassandra's phone nearly 1,000 miles away. She's no longer in New Mexico, but in Hernando, Mississippi, inside a Super 8 motel. With this discovery, the case becomes multi-state, with police in Mississippi quickly briefed on the investigation. Officers are then dispatched to locate Cassandra. This is the final phase in the case, and what happens next will determine whether police get the critical answers they need or lose the lead entirely.
How the fuck? That's what I'm
As
saying. She's
officers
1,000 miles away
Super
now.
8 motel, their primary objectives are to extract information about Kane's whereabouts, test Cassandra's statements,
Kane's whereabouts in the motel too,
and determine how deeply she may have been involved in the homicide of her own relatives.
She helped
When
flip the
officers
car.
finally arrive at the motel, something immediately feels off.
Miss who?
Miss John. Or actually, technically, I'm Douglas because I still have my ex's last name.
So what's going on?
She's in the lobby already?
I don't know. You tell me. All I know is that my brother went missing on the 21st. We were trying to investigate his property. We thought Mary and Killian had left, and then Mike came down and started being aggressive and hateful and shooting rounds. And we've already tried to file this with the Roswell Police.
She probably got a plug with her to move around so quick. There will always be people involved. No, I think her and fucking Kane just upped and left.
Apartment down in New Mexico.
Would you consent to a search?
They're at a motel, you know. They still have their old phones. If there was people involved, like somebody special to get them out of, you know, bad situations, this is one ugly ass face to pause on. Then you know the person would know, hey, I need a Hoover Max Cleaning Pro right now. Wipe everything, you don't exist anymore. This is just their own doing.
Your vehicle?
Search the car and you can search the ground. I don't care.
Okay.
Interestingly, Cassandra now seems on the verge of an emotional breakdown for reasons the officers are yet to understand. After all, only 24 hours have passed, and seemingly no new information has been relayed to her. Neither news of the murder, nor that Kane is the main suspect, nor that her house...
So she's still defending that he's fucking missing.
...was just searched. So to get to the bottom of her emotional reaction, Mississippi officers on scene coordinate a call with Special Agent Kyle Graham in New Mexico, who's been tracking the growing list of contradictions in Cassandra's statements. Using those inconsistencies, the detective is about to carefully test Cassandra's story and see how far she
Yeah, because she doesn't know shit, and she's already waiting on the cops in the motel. She doesn't know shit.
cracks.
Do you mind grabbing those, taking your waffles upstairs?
I'm not upstairs, I'm downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
104.
You spoke with the detective 2 days ago at your house in Roswell, correct?
Yeah. The day the Walter showed up and I had to leave. So I brought them over here to Mississippi. Why is that anything wrong?
No,
why is she crying?
Nothing wrong with that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what's going on with me and what's going on with the family.
Why is she acting like that if she's trying to play like she's innocent?
I haven't even, I just met Killian and my grandmother for the first time in my entire life in November.
That's a lie.
Were you ever there?
No,
Where were they at?
I don't know. The house was empty and there were boxes in the middle of the living room. That was his dad's property. He was supposed to go to him afterwards, but he wasn't here. He had to go up to Canada.
And so who was driving in the dead house? Like who could drive a car?
I don't
They all could. I know that they had that little blue car.
And who was driving the green car?
That I don't know. As far as I know, that car is not drivable.
Well, we have video of Kane driving the green Subaru.
Huh.
And we have information from the neighbors that the green Subaru was at your house at one point in time. This is what I want, okay? I just want honesty. Okay, I know you know a little bit more than what you're telling me. I don't know if you're trying to protect Kane or if you're scared.
I'm scared it's because I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, we've been working this case for 3 days straight. And I know a lot more information than I'm telling you.
Of course you do.
I'm trying to see if you're going to be honest with me.
With every sentence, the detective becomes more convinced that Cassandra is hiding something she fears could incriminate her brother or even
Ship her
herself.
back to New
But there
Mexico!
is something a lot more concrete detectives previously uncovered, and the detective is about to leverage it to completely
Why would you
trap
do this to your kids?
Cassandra.
Why would you do this to your fucking kids, though? That's the real shit. Fuck if it's your brother or what. This is your kids. This is a baby right here. Look how she's holding her. Or him. That's a baby. What the fuck are you doing outside killing people?
Are you aware that Kane made a police report whenever he got to the house originally, the very first time, about people squatting in his father's house?
Yeah, because they weren't supposed to be there. They hadn't paid any of the mortgage on it. We found documents showing that they were still using Frank's credit cards, and Frank has been dead, and that all of the bills were still in Frank's name, and they were still using that.
Damn.
And so I told him that that was illegal as fuck, and he needed to make a police report because you can't be using. Don't stick that in my face, honey. That's like identity theft.
Is it true that Kane didn't even know his dad died?
Yeah, he didn't know that his dad died until he came back to States. He found his obituary. He found his obituary shortly before on the internet. That's how he figured it out.
So almost a year later, he finds out his dad died.
And I know that he's upset about that. But that's not enough reason to kill somebody.
Bitch. 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 What?
Then what? So did he kill somebody?
No. I don't understand what you're trying to accuse him of.
Bitch. You just gave him up. She just gave him up. Nobody accused him of nothing. You're accusing him. Do we hear that right?
That. But that's not enough reason to kill somebody. I didn't do that.
Then what? So did he kill somebody?
No. I don't understand what you're trying to accuse him of.
Well, that didn't sound very convincing.
I don't know what he's trying to accuse him of.
He's asking a question. That doesn't sound convincing either.
Sure enough,
she just gave it up.
That doesn't sound too convincing to the detective.
They're catching on. No, they know. She just gave him up. She just fully gave him up. The detective never said shit. The detective just said, were you aware that Kane filed made a police report saying that there's squatters in his dad's house? And she started rambling and got to the point of the murder. Isn't her story that he's still missing? What the fuck are you talking about? He's inside that motel right now. Trust.
Has seemingly slipped up. At this point, no one had told her that the missing family members were dead or that Kane was suspected of killing.
Exactly. Tell him.
them. Realizing her mistake, Cassandra quickly starts backpedaling to regain control of the narrative.
No.
You got anything else, Cassandra, that you want to tell me?
Do you really think Kane killed them? Or hurt them?
I'm pretty concerned. I mean, I don't think 3 people just vanish off the face of the earth, especially when 2 of them are elderly. And then Kane just comes in from Canada and all hell breaks loose. That's kind of suspicious to me.
God, I'm so stupid. I wouldn't even think to put 2 and 2 together like that. But Mike was so f***ing scary when he came down. And he was so...
This dude that's doing the content like this, been doing it for years and yet doing well. Dr. Insanity is the GOAT. But there's so many good ones. There's fucking East Coast Blue or some shit. Fuck, I'm fucking up the names. But there's so many that I watch just like this. Like for a full month, this is all I was watching on YouTube.
so aggressive. And I thought we were gonna die. I thought he was gonna shoot us on the property.
Well, you didn't even see that he had a gun.
Kane told me that he had one. And he was mad enough. Oh my god, he was so mad.
As a last-ditch effort, Cassandra goes back to accusing Mike of being responsible for the disappearances. But in fact, officers in New Mexico have...
Get Mike's name out your mouth, bro! Leave Mike out of this, bro! Mike is innocent! That man didn't do nothing!
have already quietly debunked that claim, information they are holding back for the right time and place. Before leaving, they
get her
also
ass
check
arrested.
Cassandra's car, where they find belongings hastily packed up. But Cassandra explains this as a desperate attempt to run away from her abusive ex-boyfriend. So shortly afterwards, the officers wrap up their visit. But in doing so, they've proven some...
I'm convinced this abusive ex-boyfriend doesn't even fucking exist. Because no way she's dealing with that. And a triple murder and harboring a fugitive. And also, she's probably the fugitive too. All at the same time. You are not running away from no abusive ex-partner. The fuck
Something
out of here.
crucial. They can find Cassandra whenever they want. Something she clearly didn't anticipate. It seems as though the confrontation...
Ooh, she didn't put it together that they're tracking her phone. Dumb bitch.
Went nearly perfectly for the detectives, but Cassandra has a crucial secret that had went unnoticed at the motel. Kane had traveled to Mississippi alongside her, was staying nearby, and had successfully hidden from officers, marking yet another moment
That's
where
what I
he
said.
misleads police about his whereabouts.
That's what I said.
Less than an hour after police leave the motel, the two would begin plotting, coming up with a plan they think will get them out of this gruesome mass murder.
They should have tapped her
At 2
phone.
p.m.,
I know they can do that. They
Cassandra's
can listen
vehicle
through the
is
phone.
seen in front of the Hernando Police Department. Kane would step out and calmly walk into the station.
What?
15 minutes later, Kane would be seated in the department's interview room 2, alongside Detective Stovall. The sudden appearance of Kane would leave detectives with little room to prepare, so Special Agent Silva, a New Mexico detective already working this case, would be placed on call to assist in the interview. It's important to note that this is an interview
just gave himself
and
up?
not an interrogation, as Kane has agreed to speak voluntarily and has not been detained. In reality, this interview can only work against him, but in his mind, this is both his and Cassandra's final chance.
Two fucking idiots.
At freedom, Agent Silva would begin the interview by making this crystal clear.
And before we get any further, I do want to let you know that you are not under Miranda rights. You are not anything like that. You are free to leave at any point. You don't have to answer any of my questions, anything like that. You can say, hey, I don't want to answer that question. If you don't want to, we can go over another question and we can skip to the next one. But I do want to let you know that you are free to leave, okay? Thanks.
That's to put him at ease, chat. That's to just ease him up. So what? He looked like one dude in Final Destination. He looks like a fucking hobo. He looks like a Canadian, matter of fact. Anyway, he told him he's not under Miranda rights, so he can ease him up. So if he does say anything illegal, he's immediately gonna go under the Miranda rights. This guy right here, immediately finna, yo, hands behind your back. As soon as he says some dumb shit. That's just to, make him think he's,
Sir.
he's good.
All right.
After realizing he's free to walk out at any time, Kane shifts tactics. He begins probing the detective for information, trying to figure out how much investigators have bought into the false narrative he's been intentionally feeding them.
Can I ask you something? It's, on one hand, kind of nice to talk to somebody from Otero. Also, maybe a little
Get the fuck out of here. Kinda nice to talk to somebody from Canada.
concerning. Did we have to speak directly because I'm considered a missing person?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Is there's so many like missing persons. There's a lot of phone calls to the sheriff's office. So, like, why would somebody be saying that you're missing? And then there's also some other missing reports going on. Like, there's a lot of firearms missing, right? There's
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of vehicles missing. I want to talk to you and get your side of the story of what's going on.
I was trying to come in and speak with somebody in person.
And what happened with that?
On my way down to Alamogordo, I gave another uncle a phone call because I had seen him on the property and he was a very looming presence at the time. I was hoping to stop in and ask him about some things and some personal aspects that were going on. I wound up getting run off the property and had to kind of go into hiding because I know his influence and the extent of his company.
Okay, well, which uncle is that?
Mike Blett.
So Mike ran you off the property. You had questions for him. Is that what I'm understanding?
Back to Mike.
So when did this happen?
It was when I was on my way down on the 21st. I kind of explained the situation to my sister a little bit, and I told her, if you don't hear from me, call somebody.
I know I keep jumping around and just trying to confirm everything. You went to Mike's house to talk to him and he shot at you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Because I want to talk to Mike about that. Like, why are you shooting at people through front doors? That's kind of dangerous.
That was this week. That was on the 21st. I would absolutely appreciate you taking a look.
Kane makes his alibi clear. Mike, the man who kicked the entire investigation off in the first place, is the suspect detectives need to be focusing on, alleging he shot at them through the front door when they approached the home. Unfortunately, detectives have spent far more time investigating than Kane realizes, allowing Agent Silva to completely debunk Kane's story.
Get him!
Put,
Get him!
There are no bullet holes or any signs of a shooting on the property.
Okay. So here's the thing, Kane, is I'm gonna start going through some of your story here. Okay, that's not making sense to me. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just saying I don't
Story. Fairy tale. Get his ass, detective.
Yet, if that makes sense.
It was kind of cut off.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You went to Mike's house. Mike shot at you this week through the front door. You announced yourself. How come you didn't call 911?
I know that they very much do not take too kindly to law enforcement.
He fucking started the investigation.
And I'm kind of really hoping for that to be avoided.
So here's the thing on that, is I have some investigators that are there at Mike's house, that have been to at Mike's house. There are no bullet holes through his front door. There are no bullet holes through the siding. They're not seeing you on his cameras at his house. So that's what I'm saying, is some of it's not making sense.
He never even went there.
Did you actually go to Mike's house and knock on the door?
I did.
Because you're not on camera.
Did they check?
And his cameras go back this week. They go back last week. I'm not seeing you anywhere on there.
We had a ton of different game cams that are all on their SD cards. He doesn't have any of the chips from the 21st?
No, I'm saying he has video surveillance of this week and of last week, but they are not seeing you anywhere on the cameras.
Bro, deadass just said some random bullshit and thought, okay, I'm done with my sentence. I got him there. Well, did you have the SD cards? We have a lot of chips in the cameras. Does he have the SD card? Bitch, he said he checked the cameras this week and last week, and you're not on there at all.
Kane appears shocked by these details. Whatever he thought happened that could favor his story simply didn't. Kane would sit in silence for an extended period of time,
Dumbass, you're
seemingly
caught.
in denial that his plan was so terribly miscalculated.
If they still have the footage, they should totally show me pulling up. I parked along the mailbox. Kind of behind it a bit, not necessarily pulled up past it. Walked right up the drive up to the... It's kind of tucked in between the slope on the hill, and then it goes into the house where the stone steps are. That metal storm door.
Okay. What should I ask?
I'm just trying to give you a path so that you can see.
Cooked.
And that was early afternoonish. I got there between 1 and 3 o'clock, I believe it was. I'd have to look at the call, but I don't have it. But if they have that footage still, then I'm definitely on it.
Kane proceeds to give a nearly 10-minute explanation of where he was parked. Unnecessarily complex explanations like these are usually a telltale sign to the detectives that the suspect has shifted into a defensive state, looking for any validation that the detective is believing their lies.
Yep.
Agent Silva takes note of this and begins leaning deeper, this time pressing Kane on his sister Cassandra and her potential involvement. Previously, police recovered and documented strange items during the home's crime scene search, and it's still unclear why they were there. Silva plans to use these details to force Kane into defending Cassandra's innocence.
What are those?
A tactic that will create a contradicting story compared to what Cassandra told officers just hours prior.
So, are you aware that we spoke to Cassandra's?
Yes, sir.
And the reason I ask is I'm just trying to get, like, if something happened up there, Kane, I want to know, like, was there an argument going on? And I know that you were up there in January. Okay, we can kind of get away from that. You were up there in January. If something happened up there, I want to know what happened. Okay, if there was an argument.
Alright, just give it up.
Something happened, like, kind of help me help you. Okay. What happened?
And no, now we have to bring in Cassandra, because why the fuck is this guy in Mississippi? If she's in Mississippi and she said, he's missing. He's missing. I don't know where he is. Did you say he's a murderer? No. We need to bring her ass in. Get a warrant.
Of this year.
I'm trying to figure out everything that has happened as well. That's part of why I wanted to speak with you guys and kind of get you involved in looking.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm confused on these timelines. You were up there this week at some point, and you were up there last week at some point. So what happened this week and last week while you were up there with the family? That's what I want to know.
They weren't there. Nothing's happened.
Were you were at the house in Bent on the 18th of January, correct?
I'm not sure.
What? You know somebody's lying when they pull up the fucking calendar. Buddy! I was there on the 21st, but when I got there on the 20th, stuff didn't feel right. So the 22nd is when I actually at 5 p.m. on the 23rd. That's when it's a Friday? No, it was actually a Wednesday, so it must have been the 21st. Get the fuck out of here! Guilty! Charge him!
And the reason I ask is because Cassie has been in contact and she showed us a screenshot. January 18th at 3:57. It's between
Wait
you
quietly,
and her.
I am
that
safe.
says,
Wait for me.
Safe.
I have
Wait for
eyes
me.
on the
That's
front. So far, so
actually
good.
something that I was gonna try to find.
And it says, I believe this is from you
What?
or from her.
That's the text that says wait for me, and it says I'm safe.
I'm sorry?
Those are the texts that say wait, and that I'm safe.
It says, I'm safe, wait for me, and then there's a response that says, gotcha, I have eyes on the front, so far so good. What is
That's the
that?
day. That's the day that Mike came up to vet.
Okay.
At this point, Kane must be starting to realize Cassandra may not have been on his side as much as he had thought. Not only are the police beginning to take a clear side, but his only teammate might be against him as well, perhaps explaining why she dropped him off at the police station. Note that Kane at this point can avoid any question he wants, and more importantly, can leave whenever he wants. Even Agent Silva decides to take a brief step away from the phone, but Kane would stay, instead letting the officer in the room in on what's going through his mind.
Between you, me, and the walls.
And the camera.
I really think that someone is trying to pin years worth of shit on me. Because I came back home at the wrong time and interrupted something.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm just here. Helping these guys. What you really got going on? Look. So I ask them the questions, I'm just sitting here.
Mr. Silva seems like a trustworthy detective.
You can leave, buddy. The guy that's questioning you already left. You want to go to jail.
I'm kind of hoping it's not the case this time. I came here today to ask you guys for
Just
help
go to Canada.
and talk to people that I knew wouldn't be necessarily under an outside influence.
Right.
You're at the wrong place. This is a whole nother police department. As far outside influence as you can get. You are a random suspect from New Mexico sitting in a Mississippi police station. Of course the Mississippi police are listening to the fucking New Mexico police. Not you, you fucking moron.
But do you see how it looks for us? I mean, they've shown physical evidence of this whole situation.
That's what I just literally said.
You're one day you're here in Mississippi, no ties to Mississippi at all. Like, you have no family here.
No, sir.
You have nothing here.
No, sir. My family died, man.
If I was in that seat.
What? My family fucking died, man? Please get the detective on the phone.
And a detective 13 hours away on a cell phone call told me that who are they to you?
My brother, my grandmother, and my uncle.
Your brother, your grandmother, your uncle. If somebody called me...
Oh my god, you killed your brother? No more jokes, bro. Lock this fucking guy up.
And said, not only was my brother killed, but also your grandmother and your uncle were killed. If somebody told me that over the phone, you know what I would be doing? Do you know what I would be doing? I wouldn't be sitting there, staring at a wall. I'd be bawling my eyes out. I'd be throwing the water bottle across the room. I'd probably rip this table out of the wall.
Yeah, but then you guys just rush in here and...
But I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a shit. Because of how much I'm close with my brother. I'm not close with my grandma. But it's still with the fact that somebody did that to my family. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Well, they asked what I think should happen to.
You're way too calm after saying my family is dead. You're way too calm. Sitting at an interrogation table talking about, yeah, my whole family's dead. They think I did it. Come on now.
Whomever did this and
Come on now.
in polite company I couldn't see, but back where I'm from, they'd be up from a tree.
Right. So that's more of a response that you would expect. But the issue I'm having is there's no emotion. You've expressed no sadness. There's no.
He can't do it now because they just fucking mentioned it. So that would be a big switch up.
They said it hurt.
I didn't know that.
Look.
Even the officers with no context of the case can't help but assume Kane was involved in the murders, leaving him to sit in silence as he realizes how poorly this voluntary interview has gone. Agent Silva would return and continue pressing Kane for answers, eventually revealing that he had, in fact, been inside the house multiple times the week of the 3 victims' disappearance, and admitted to helping Cassandra travel to Mississippi with her kids, something she lied about earlier in the motel. Even worse for Kane is that, as the hours-long interview progressed, officers behind the scenes were already taking action. They were instructed to locate his uncle's stolen green Subaru, which they suspected Kane used to drive to Mississippi alongside Cassandra's own vehicle. After looking through surveillance footage and searching around the city, officers hit the jackpot and tracked down the missing car. Inside, they found latex gloves, .22 caliber ammunition, an empty Ruger pistol box, and most importantly, Kane's passport, tying him directly to the stolen vehicle.
How the fuck you leave your... Brody, you might as well... What the fuck? So, the 3 people... So you steal their car after you kill them and burn them. You leave the car just out and about in the middle of nowhere with your passport inside, a case of bullets, and what else? An empty Ruger case. Give it up, guys. The dumbest fucking criminal alive. The dumbest fucking... Give it up, guys. L's in the fucking chat. L's in the fucking chat for this fucking idiot. Kane Mays. What year is he born? 1998? Straight to hell with you, you 28-year-old bastard. He's 28? No. He's 26. 26? No, he can't be 26. He's 28. Yeah, he's 28.
Now investigators have exactly what they've been missing, probable cause. And with that, Kane is no longer free to leave, and he's about to find...
What'd I say? You fucking bitch! Dirty fucking bitch. Don't you... You thought he was the shit. He thought he was the shit. I'ma walk in there, voluntary interview. I'ma tell him, yo, Mike did it. The fuck out of here.
Find out just how
they've been investigating
his
this shit for
attempts
almost
to
a week.
clear himself and Cassandra backfired.
How's it going, bud? You mind
in there?
Alright.
Stuff.
You mind standing up for me real quick?
Yes, sir.
Turn around facing this wall.
Yes, sir.
Put your hands on the wall for me.
Read him his Mirandas and put him in that orange jumpsuit. That hair looked dirty too with his skinny build. That's what I'm saying. And he killed his brother, his chubby, healthy looking, full of life brother. This motherfucker's still alive.
Back at the Motel 8 in Mississippi,
Get her bitch ass
Cassandra would
too!
patiently wait for Kane to return, give her a call, or just show any signs his interview was over. But as hours passed, it became clear that something had gone terribly wrong.
You look like the skeleton from
Growing
Minecraft.
worried,
You
Cassandra
look like a
packed her
bitch.
bags and fled alongside her children, making yet another 1,000
Oh my
mile
God.
drive back to New Mexico. Detectives keep tracking her phone signal until it finally stops at her parents' house. By this point, investigators have more than enough to justify Cassandra's arrest. But one critical question still remains. Was she directly involved in the murders? And if so, to what extent? Because of that uncertainty, officers make a deliberate decision. Rather than moving in aggressively, only 4 investigators go to the house, keeping the encounter calm and cooperative. Their goal is to interview Cassandra on the property and, if possible, apply enough pressure to turn her against Kane. If they can do this, they'll be able to pin both Kane and...
Yeah, I mean, killers do that shit all the time. When they know the shit is finishing, they'll just go to their fucking parents' house. Just to be like, bye. Or just to spend like the last time they have alive free with their parents, you know? It makes sense, but at the same time, why would you do that to your parents? Why would you do that to your kids? It's kind of smart from her, because if they did get her in Mississippi, I don't know if they would return her kids all the way back to her parents. They most likely will. But it's easier like this just to already have the kids there. And when the police show up, you know, it doesn't have to be like a big scene and the kids don't have to go through nothing. Because what the fuck, bro?
Cassandra against each other, forcing them to incriminate themselves.
Get her bitch ass.
This is Bryce Daly. He's with Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. He's a part of team.
Perfect.
Okay? No. So there's not 100 of us today. There's just 3 of us.
Do you want me to start from the beginning from what I know? Or do you want to ask me all the questions first?
No, I'm going to let you tell your story. And just so that you know, you're not under arrest. You're free to leave whenever you want to leave. We came to you because
Tell
we got
her.
on the phone
Tell her
earlier
the story.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, you're not under Miranda rights. You're free to go back inside, however, whenever time you want. You know, we just want to hear your story. Boom.
She needs to stop
Got her.
overthinking everything. You're trying to be a detective
took the bait.
yourself. Because she's seen all this stuff, and she's trying to put pieces together and knows that he was lying to her about things. So just start at the beginning and tell it like you told us.
So I wanted to apologize to you because whenever I spoke to you the last time, I wasn't thinking straight.
Not only is Cassandra
killers
much
have
more
bad
cooperative this
childhoods,
time,
that's why
but she
how they-
quickly admits that
I mean, here, look at her parents right here. What the fuck would she do in getting involved in a murder? Her parents seem alright. And her parents probably believe whatever bullshit she just told them whenever she got here. Let's hear this bullshit.
she had been dishonest before and even apologizes. Her father's comment makes it seem like she's on the verge of throwing Kane under the bus, which is exactly what investigators are here for. So with the reassurance that she's not under arrest, Cassandra begins to share some much-needed details about how 3 of her relatives and
Holy shit, this was last year? January 26, 2025? This was last year.
Cassandra begins to share some
I hope he's
much-needed
rotting in
details
jail!
about how 3 of her relatives ended up mysteriously dead.
So I know on Thursday we were driving up there and we had just went through Ruidoso, and he said that he wanted to stop by Bent right quick. So he said, okay, drop me off here, wait here, and I will let you know if I need anything. I've probably left him alone for like 45 minutes-ish.
Where does he go?
He's inside the house.
Okay.
And he says that he couldn't find anything, don't know where anybody's at, and that it's okay for me to come inside. And I go inside, and like I kept telling you, it smelled fucking weird in there. Almost like something had like died within the walls, like like an animal or something. I was already concerned by the fact that he felt like something had happened. So I'm trying to rationalize.
What about going to Walmart and buying all them fucking bleach bottles? You were there. Your kids were there. You went there with him to fucking buy that shit. So he must have told you, hey, I need to clean up some blood. Cause there's no way you go to the store. If me and bro went to the store and he just randomly decided to just fucking put 5 bottles of bleach, I'd be like, what the fuck did you do? What did we just get ourselves into? There's no way she doesn't know that he already murdered them, and she just
through
played
that,
along.
And he's just saying, I'll do it, and we're doing things legally. It's okay. And then he has me help him. He drives the car off somewhere.
But if she
and
mentions
has me
Mike,
help
I'm gonna be
him
mad.
Push it off. And so like this little ditch thing. And at one point, whenever I tried to say, hey, you guys, like you need to call somebody, he said that the majority of the cops up there are crooked. I worked in the ER down here. I can see how you can think that sometimes, for sure. No offense. So like oh yeah, no offense to you guys either.
Investigators are clearly not.
What the fuck, bitch? So who was the no offense in the first one for?
Fond of Cassandra's.
How the body cam shit look? I thought it was some old ass shit. I watched the old cases. Nah, body cam's just always gonna look like shit, bro. I don't know. You gotta think that this is the fucking camera they're wearing outside all day, every day.
Strange remark. Though by
They're
now,
not walking around
it's
4K
becoming
quality.
clear to detectives that Cassandra is putting Kane at the center of everything, while noticeably avoiding any direct mention of the murders, the cleanup, or the burned bodies. Instead, she frames everything vaguely, claiming Kane suspected something happened inside the house, but they didn't look too deeply into it, and that she was simply helping him deal with a property dispute. Investigators allow Cassandra to continue telling her story, but the more she talks, the more convoluted her version of events becomes. Then at this point, she even invites them inside, where the story only grows longer. After nearly 2 hours of listening, Agent Kyle Graham decides.
Why does everybody have a piano? Should I get a piano, chat? Yoink! Arshia, welcome in. Welcome back. Why does everybody have a piano, though?
It's time to push back.
Does every white household have a piano in it? You should get a better keyboard. Better keyboard? My keyboard is brand new. What you talking about? My keyboard's
So
the
now
GOAT.
we're gonna get into my portion, okay? I don't know. There's been probably a team of 15 of us on this.
All right. Here we go. Tell this dumb bitch how it really is.
So we know a lot of stuff. We know everything about that property. And some of the stuff that you're saying does make sense and does add up. However, some of the stuff that you're saying doesn't make sense to me and doesn't add up. And quite frankly,
I would get like a 50% one. Hell no, I got a 100% keyboard. 100% keyboard only. Only. What am I gonna do with a fucking 50% keyboard, bro? Where's my F10, huh? Where's gonna be my F3? I ain't clicking no extra buttons just to click one button. I like all my shit outside.
I don't think.
And plus, I like the little number pad on the side. I'm just old school like that.
Some of it happened. But I will tell you right now, I don't feel like Kane could have done everything that.
Hold on.
It does add up. However, some of the stuff that you're saying doesn't make sense to me and doesn't add up. And quite frankly, I don't think some of it happened. But I will tell you right now, I don't feel like Kane could have done everything that he did alone. And I think he included you into a whole mess of a situation. I don't believe that you killed anybody in this house or on that property. I strongly believe that. I don't think that you had any part of murdering people. But I do strongly believe that he fucked himself and he needed help. And you're a helpful person.
I don't like the
And
spaces,
he put you in a
not gonna
shitty
lie.
spot and said, help me.
I love it.
I need help cleaning this property. I need help cleaning all this blood up. And I need help getting these fucking bodies out of this house.
That's exactly everything that he told her. Look at her face. Her face is saying, like, you could just imagine a thought bubble. You just imagine a fucking thought bubble coming out this dumb bitch's head. Oh my god, he knows everything. I'm cooked.
But now's your chance. I'm giving you the opportunity. Because I'm telling you right now, I have all that I need. The gig's up, the game's over. Okay? This is your opportunity and your chance to tell me, what did he make you do? What did he ask you to help him to do?
All I know of is that he wanted me to undo the headboards,
He cooking. I'm telling you.
but I
You notice no blood on that? Think about it before you
Not-
answer that.
not the side that I picked it up from. No.
All I did was what he asked me to do.
But you understand, all you did what he asked you to do. It's too late. You already helped him. That's already a crime.
Which
It's too
I
late.
know that. And
So
that's the reason why I asked if I needed an attorney, because I tampered with evidence.
correct. So
And it wasn't until after the fact that I sat there and I thought about it, because he said that everything was found that way.
so the charge is already there. There's not going to be any more of. It's not going to get any worse, other than you just telling the truth of what happened. The charge is there. You already have a tampering with evidence charge on a first-degree murder. Okay, that's a second-degree felony.
Ma'am, you're not under arrest. You're free to speak with us, and you're free to go back inside whenever you'd like. Ha dumb bitch.
Needless to say,
Charge
this
her!
is not
Send her to
what
jail!
Cassandra is hoping to hear. In this moment, she realizes her days of freedom may be numbered if she continues twisting the facts to protect both herself and Kane. Cassandra knows something has to give, so after hearing what's awaiting her, she asks to step outside for a smoke, and this is where she finally gives detectives a small piece of the truth.
Here we go, here we go.
Like I said, I went out there. I went out to the store.
Mhm.
And I came back. He said that he found them that way.
He
said
found
what?
them that way?
So what did he tell you he found?
People. On the floor.
How many people?
3.
And who are they?
Julian, Mary, and Victor. I signed up to take him to a job interview. I didn't sign up for him to do this.
Do you now believe that he did it?
I don't know what to believe. I just know that there was a mess, and then there was a lot of illegal shit. Lots of illegal shit.
What else did you help clean
What?
up inside
What?
the house?
What illegal shit?
Besides the blood.
Coke?
And the furniture, taking it out.
Yeah.
And I didn't see how bad the furniture was.
Did you help clean up anything else?
There's so many red flags going on right now of you saying that you walked into this house and King telling you, holy shit, I just walked into a house and all my family's dead. Let's get rid of them.
That
Do you
does
see
sound
how-
really stupid.
Doesn't it sound stupid that when you say it out loud? Because I guarantee you, I walk into a house with my family dead, shit's about to hit the fan because we got to figure out what the hell just happened. And I'm calling the cops.
I don't.
We're telling you.
No, I mean, that's not. She literally said Kane killed, and then all of them.
Search.
She said he killed them.
I've gotten 0
I don't know
sleep
if
in 5 days. We're not letting this go. This is a triple homicide.
And not letting it go is exactly what investigators are
skipped
going
over
to
that
spend
fact.
the rest of the day trying to do, hoping Cassandra will eventually crack and give them the full story. Unfortunately, though, this is the closest they will get to a real admission, as Cassandra begins to backpedal and returns to a revised version of events where she claims they found their family members already dead. They then
She
simply
literally
decide
said
to
he
cover
killed
up the
them.
scene to avoid getting in trouble because Kane believed the police were corrupt. Detectives would spend until nightfall pressing Cassandra with no success, and she ultimately sticks to the same story. So before ending the interview and leaving, Agent Graham has one more rather strange question that's been on his mind all this time.
It's 17:50, so they've been there for almost 3 hours.
He had access to my phone. He knew my passwords. Like I said, I trusted him. He was supposed to be my brother.
Can I ask you a really weird question?
Sure.
Let's go.
No, never mind.
No, go for it.
Why'd you guys buy a brand new box of condoms?
No, that was a joke. It should be the skin on latex. And I had bought those in Chattanooga.
Isn't it him and hers?
And I threw them at Walter. Because I was tired of having kids and I was tired of being pregnant all the time.
But why would they be in the Bent house?
I don't know. Why would they be in the Bent house?
That's why I have a weird question.
Last time I knew about them, they were in the they were at my house.
Well, this was in the well house with all of the cleanup
He told me that there was a possibility that Corinne wasn't his mother due to DNA results, and that there was a potential that he had feelings for me.
You fucked him? What? Okay, let me get this straight. Chat, there's gonna be a pop quiz at the end of this, okay? So y'all better be keeping up. So, he shows up to the city. He shows up. Hydrate, I got you. He shows up from Canada. He kills his brother, his uncle, and his grandma. Kills them in their own home, which he says they're not supposed to be in because his dad died. And the property was supposed to go to him. Anyway, he kills them, burns their body. No, he kills them, tells her, hey, I killed them. We need to clean this up. Are we keeping track? They clean up everything. They burn the car. They go on the run. Oh no. Wait. Backpedal. I'm guessing he told her he killed them, and then he told her that I have feelings for you. And what kind of easy ass bitch are you to just be folding like this? He's your brother. And if your whole life you spent as him being your brother, it doesn't matter what the fuck the DNA test says. You fucking weirdo. This shit is cooked. What the fuck am I watching?
Kane?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a verification.
That's not weird for you? Like, to be around him with your kids when you guys are pretty much brother and sister?
Like, it was weird, but he never acted on it.
I thought you guys were step siblings, not half siblings.
No, we're half siblings.
Well, because we also found a pregnancy test.
Yep, I had a one-night stand at the variety, and I didn't start my period on time. And I panic, and I overthink, and there should be 4 of them.
The detective's tone makes it clear they aren't convinced, suspecting Kane and Cassandra are hiding important details about their relationship. By now, though, what investigators came here to do is
yeah, I think they're also lovers.
Even though there's still no direct admission tying their suspects to the killings, Cassandra
Who the
has
fuck is that
implicated both
guy?
herself and Kane in the cover-up. Because of this, Cassandra is officially detained and brought back to the police station. What exactly was said during Cassandra's arrest remains unknown, but the pressure appears to have completely broken her. In the hours that followed, she went on to further incriminate Kane, seemingly doing everything she could to distance herself from what happened.
This is
no matter
fucked.
the cost to him, a betrayal that would later come as a complete shock to Kane.
All I knew is that I had PTSD from the last time he saw cops. Because there was my blood all over the floor and my head through the wall, and I was trying to protect him from that.
Your son?
If he was really as innocent as he said he was, then there was going to be nothing to hide, right?
Oh no, Kane? Kane.
Which is why I dropped him off at the jail.
I was pretty shocked that he showed up at the police department in Mississippi.
Because I told him if he was as innocent as he told me that he was, if he really found them the way they were, then that's all he had to tell you guys.
How would 3 people kill each other? What, did one of them themselves? Because there's a gunshot wound here, so I'm guessing And they live together, so they don't just up and kill each other. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. You're caught from the beginning. You were caught the first minute of this video.
Days, Kane is brought into an interrogation room, this time in an orange jumpsuit, for what would be his final interview. Agent Graham is assigned to conduct the interview. The same investigator who previously spoke with Cassandra and secured her confession.
The GOAT.
By this stage, Graham knows the case
Blood already in
inside
jail.
and out,
Yeah.
and he approaches the interview
We're just trying
with
to
a deliberate strategy.
get some charges.
Intent on extracting as much information as possible. Case, that's exactly what's needed. Because now, more than ever, detectives need a confession. Right as the interrogation begins, Kane makes a desperate attempt to ensure Cassandra is keeping her story together. He seems to be completely unaware that Cassandra isn't protecting him anymore.
Yeah, she's not, Brody. She's giving you up. Yeah, the quality's just shit from the police station itself. I'm gonna take a piss.
Anymore.
See this fucking
Do you
loser.
happen to have a pen handy?
I do.
Do you have her number? Because I have it in my wallet at the jail.
Who? Wait.
I do.
Cassandra isn't protecting him anymore.
Do you
He wants
happen to
to
have a pen handy?
call Cassandra?
Do you have her number? Because I have it in my wallet at the jail, but they won't let me access it. And I need to make sure that she's okay because she mentioned wanting to go back down to New Mexico. And after doing it once, that's already a hard enough trip.
Well, I talked to her Sunday when she got back into Roswell.
I don't even know what the day is, man.
At this point, Kane still believed Cassandra was in Mississippi and hadn't spoken to officers since their first contact. Unfortunately, not only did Cassandra confess since then, but she did it in front of the very detective, sitting just feet away.
So, I talked to her on Sunday. I traveled to Roswell when she got in. I talked to her for probably, I don't know, more than 2, less than 4 hours, okay? And then on Monday, I traveled to Roswell again, and I talked to her again.
Okay.
For about, I don't know, 2 hours, okay? But I learned a lot from her, okay? And I'm hoping that I'm going to learn more from you. I don't want to call anybody a liar, but I think there's some inconsistencies with your statements. Because I want you to know that there's going to be a lot of questions that I ask you that I already know the answer to, but this is going to be a test for you to see if you're being truthful with me, okay? Because I know it's the truth, because I've been working this case since Wednesday the 22nd, okay?
After Agent Graham makes it obvious Kane is on his own now, the interview demeanor changes fast. He wastes no time bringing up Cassandra's confession and placing it directly against Kane, making it clear that detectives are no longer relying on his version of events alone.
Did you hurt anybody inside that house, including Victor, Killian, and Mary?
No, sir.
So, how does Victor, Killian, and Mary just mysteriously go missing?
I've been trying to find out the same.
You do understand, though, that we found all 3 of them, correct? I believe Special Agent Silva did tell you that.
He...
Come on, bro.
alluded to...
Just give it up.
That I was really hoping is not truthful.
So I'm not really one to beat around the bush, okay? I just call it like it is, okay? But Cassie's told me everything that's happened, okay? She told me the involvement. She told me what you guys did. That you walked into the house, you found all 3 of them dead. You guys picked up their bodies, you put them in the blue Subaru, you drove it up the hill, you guys both tipped it over. She's told me it all. Okay, you guys used a little green dolly to pick him up and put him on the dolly, wheel him out to the car. You tied a rope around Killian's waist, hooked the rope up to your dad's hitch, and drove the car to pull him into the back seat. So the gig's up, Kane, okay? I told you I don't beat around the bush. We've done it. I've worked over 100 hours in 1 week, okay? This is serious. So now, this is your opportunity and your chance to tell me your side of the story. Cassie's told me hers.
Shit.
Okay?
I killed them. Come on.
As Kane sits in silence, the realization sets in. He's on his own now, and whatever story he had planned coming into this interrogation has now been flipped entirely on its head. But Agent Graham presents the story strategically. By laying it out exactly as Cassandra described it, he gives Kane an opening to admit only to helping conceal the murders, while shifting responsibility for the actual killings onto someone else. If he can get this confession first, it'll be significantly easier to get Kane to confess to the killings later on.
Do you want to start back at the beginning? And I know the date that all this happened also.
I can
The
tell you
21st.
what happened. I can't tell you why. I don't know. I was trying to find out.
So, who in the world would have killed 3 of your family members and left them there in the house to just fucking rot? What, are you guys a part of the mafia? Come on, bro. You did it.
I fucked up your crime
He
scene,
knows you did it.
and I'm sorry for that.
I know you did it.
Is everything that I just said, what Cassie told me, is that accurate?
To a degree.
And what isn't?
When we went to the house that day.
And it's just you and Cassie?
Yeah.
Not the kids?
No. There's a witness too.
And who is that?
The mailman.
Wow.
I attest to this.
What?
Like the postal man that drives and delivers the mail in the mailboxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had gotten there just before him. He went up. I told her to hang tight for a minute because that meant that everybody would be awake. And that was kind of looking hopeful. Killian was up and moving about. And I knocked on the door. I told him, hey, you just missed the postman. And he was real fidgety. He was scratching his head a lot. He was irritated. And I told him, hey, I got some
Don't
good
put
news.
this on your brother, bro.
Everything's moving along with the mortgage company. We're looking to move in, and we ought to be all set by like the end of the month. Everything should be good. They got my process, or my status is pending. He closed the door, and I watched him take the mail off to the bedroom. And then he went back, and I shit you not, I heard like must have been 20 gunshots. I didn't even think to do the front door. I just ran around to the side, came through my door. And it wasn't closed all the way. I ran through the bedroom. My Uncle Vic was laying in his doorway with a gun in one hand. His other was like shaking, just kind of like floating there. And Killian was across from him. I don't know why. I don't know who shot. I don't know.
Oh, now the sadness, huh? Now he's showing some sadness.
I'm sorry, Kane, but I don't mean to be an ass, okay? But I know when you were going down this road that that's where you were headed, okay? That one of them did all this. The evidence...
They both had guns.
Kane and Victor both had guns.
Killian,
sorry.
They both had fucking guns, and they told me there weren't any left in the house.
Where are they? You and Cassie were the only ones in there. So what'd you guys do with the guns? Do you see that I've been doing this for a long time, okay? I'm not dumb. This isn't my first homicide, okay?
Fucking idiot.
Kane falls directly into Agent Graham's trap, confessing to concealing the bodies and giving a terribly thought-out lie about who committed the murders. But Graham doesn't stop there and begins pressing further, letting Kane know that nothing he can say at this point will dig him out of his grave.
I'm not gonna lie to you though, Kane. Like, this was a pretty This was a pretty tough one for us. This took a lot of time. This is the most that we've ever spent on a case, by the way. This is the farthest we've been to investigate one, too.
1,000 miles away.
Whole wrapping the rope around Killian's waist and pulling him in with the other car, I mean, that was pretty creative. And I'm being serious. I'm not being a smartass. I don't know how I would have got him in the car either. I don't know how I would have got him on the wagon.
It's a big boy.
That's 200 pounds dead weight. 280 pounds dead weight. That's a lot. I mean, you're not much bigger than me. I mean, think about how crazy that sounds, though.
No,
God
like you were
damn.
cremating them,
He a bitch.
and you went up there on the 22nd
He's a
and you
fucking
burned them,
bitch.
right?
Look at me.
After you and her put chain link over the top of the car with the little camouflage tarp thing and all the sticks and brush covering it.
I did try to offer them a cremation.
I mean, that was nice of you.
But I didn't hurt them.
Because the rest of the family didn't get to say their goodbyes.
There aren't enough of us left.
And I mean, I gotta give it to you too. Using the come-alongs and the steel pipe to prop it over to get it dumped over. Like, this is one of the most creative homicides that I've seen.
Wonder who did that?
I didn't
you
hurt
dickhead.
anybody, sir.
Wonder who did that. Man, you're looking at the murderer. I'll tell you the real story. He went up there. He saw the mailman. He told Killian, yo, the mail's right here. He went around the back. He already had a gun on him. He probably getting his ass beat too. He's getting fucking... I hope he's getting Tyrone as a roommate. But yeah, he went around the back. He fucking... door was still a little open. Opened that motherfucker up, and he let out 20 shots. Which I don't believe. I believe he fucking got him at least one each. He shot them all once. Because one of the fucking bullets was the top of the head. And the other two were too burned to tell the bullets. So I think it was either all 3 headshots or something. Because we do know that his dad did teach him how to shoot. And he was around guns his whole life. So put 2 and 2 together. Who the fuck is the killer?
I would never hurt my family.
Well, but Kane, that's what they all say. I don't buy that you didn't do it. I'm sorry. I can't. I think Cassie's full of shit on a lot of things, but I don't think she's full of shit on that. And I'm not so sure that she wasn't involved in it, to be honest with you.
She wasn't even there, sir.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, Cassie's in jail. That's why you can't get a hold of her.
Then I need an attorney.
Okay.
He needs an attorney. Charge him! He's cooked. Let's see.
My next question is, are you going to sign a waiver of extradition to go back to Mexico, or do you want us to have to get a governor's warrant?
New Mexico.
Set up here in our jail for months.
Do you mean New Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Detective?
I can't tell you, but I can serve you with this target notice, okay? These are the charges that are being filed against you. This is what we're going for grand jury, okay?
I can't accept that.
Well, it's not an option. These are the charges.
That's what's coming against me.
Yes, sir. These are your charges.
I can't accept that. I can't accept that. I can't accept that. Where's my attorney? If you don't get fucking Saul on the case, you're not making it out, buddy. And even if you do have Saul on the case, he's gonna have to suck some big cocks for this. What the fuck? You're not getting out of this one, buddy. All the evidence says you did it.
Clearly, Kane doesn't seem to understand the law, and he'll be fighting the charges regardless of whether he accepts them or not. On paper, Kane is charged with an array of crimes, including arson, aggravated burglary, and 3 counts of first-degree murder. Additionally, Cassandra would be officially charged following the interrogation, also getting 3 counts of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and tampering with evidence. In the weeks that follow, detectives and prosecutors begin assembling the full picture. The blood patterns inside the house, the cleanup supplies, the burned Subaru, the shell casings, the clothing, the phone records, and Cassandra's own statements describing the disposal of the bodies. And after countless sleepless nights, investigators believe they have finally pieced together what happened. Victor, Mary, and Killian were killed near the south bedroom and kitchen before being moved through the house. Their bodies were then loaded into Victor's blue Subaru, which Kane allegedly drove into the canyon, pushed over a ditch, and set on fire. Kane's shifting stories and control of the green Subaru point investigators towards him as the primary actor, while Cassandra's admissions place her squarely in the cleanup and cover-up. Detectives see Kane returning from Canada as the start of a growing grievance over what he believes is rightfully his. 22 acres of family land. They allege that a dispute over the property motivated Kane and that he drew Cassandra into a plan to cover up the deaths and claim control of the land. For now, both remain presumed innocent unless and until they are proven guilty in court. If convicted, they could each face multiple life sentences under New Mexico law with decades behind bars before any possibility of parole. As for Mike, Lourdes, and the other relatives, they can rest safely for now, praying that those responsible never see the light of day again.
God damn, bro. What a fucking idiot Kane is, bro. What a fucking moron. Real shit. Fuck them for real. Fuck them. Let me spam fuck them in the chat. They dog shit. I hope they rotting in jail. For real. Anyways, though. That was a good stream. Love you, Frankie. Peace out.